All right, earlier this year, the Prime Minister announced a reset of the welfare system. Yes, Christopher Luxon promised to return to a stricter regime of benefit sanctions. A sanction means someone's benefit could get reduced or even cut if they do not comply with certain expectations, like attending job interviews. Luxon warned of tough decisions being required of his government. They were necessary, and that under Labor the number of sanctions had nosedived. In 2017, nearly 60,580 sanctions were applied to beneficiaries who did not comply with their obligations to prepare and look for work. That nosedived in 2023 to just over 25,000. And over that time, people on job seeker benefits increased by about 70,000, and 40,000 more people had been receiving the support for a year or more. Well, the policy, it seems, is being acted upon as the use of benefit sanctions has increased by more than 50% since this time last year. Joining me now is ex-spokesperson for social development, Parmjeet Parmar. Parmjeet, good evening.
Good evening, Leah. How are you?
It's good. Thank you so much for being available, Parmjeet. So part of the coalition agreement was to secure the commitment to implement sanctions. And as I've just said, we've seen a 50% rise in sanctions. That's a big jump. What are the beneficiaries doing or not doing to get sanctioned?
So first, Leah, I want to say that it is an unfortunate situation for anyone to end up on benefit after losing their job. But we want to send this message that this should be their temporary situation. And we don't want that to become their permanent situation. And that is why our party is very supportive of sanctions. And what we want is basically we have some obligations for people, those who are on job seeker benefit, and they deliver on those obligations. If they deliver on those obligations, then they are fine. So actually what happens is it's basically an act. We believe that we should treat everybody equally. If somebody is getting out of their bed every morning, going to work, they have a job description and they do their work according to their job description. And the job description for people, those who are on job seeker benefit, is basically to look for an employment. And if they are not putting in the effort to look for an employment, then there will be consequences. And that is the message the ACT Party in this coalition government is wanting to send.
So, but I did ask if this 50% rise in sanctions since last year, do you know what these beneficiaries have done to be sanctioned? Is it not turning up for a job? Is it not doing training? Do you know? Because 50% is a big jump. Do you know what they've done to be sanctioned?
So there are obligations. For example, people have to actively look for job, and when they are asked, they have to report what they have been doing to actively look for job, turn up for an interview, and to also, if there are any training or pre-training programs, to take up those programs. And we have also put some measures in place, that is to ensure that young people will get some additional support. That is their employment case managers will be talking to them on phone. And then there are 6 monthly kind of check-ins as well to see that they are getting enough support to get into employment, and also to see what they have been doing. So as you said, June quarter, 10,389 sanctions were issued, which are 53.7% up compared to the June quarter 2023. It is a sad situation, but the message is that if you are on job seekers benefit, you have some obligations. You are there. Your job is to go out and look for an employment.